We are live for ESB Live for the first and 2025 Holiday Toy Drive here on this Tuesday, December the 16th, 2025, airing on Instagram, X, and YouTube, and powered by StreamYard. And ladies and gentlemen, in a more festive edition of an Empire State of Baseball production, here we got Corey, Favs, and I in the building representing the founding fathers of ESB. We're hopeful to be joined by our other half of the group here at Empire State of Baseball. But Corey, Favs, tonight's show is a special one. Not just because it's, hey, we're enduring these beautiful, ugly Christmas sweaters. Have you ever heard that before? Beautiful, ugly. But here we're ringing in the holiday season for a cause. One that's near and dear to our group back at home. It's a great organization, Giving Grace Projects, which started their annual toy drive back in 2017. They're going on now 8 years with this organization, and they do a great job this time of year, of course. And they throughout the year, they have different collections. They had a food drive recently with Thanksgiving. Now they have the toy drive here with Christmas. That's with the holiday season that's coming to an end over the next couple of days. So we're gonna have some fun tonight, Corey. I'm looking forward to doing this episode with you and the rest of the fellas as they come join us here. But Corey, Fast, how we doing today?
Yeah, doing good, man. It's a really fun time of year. It's wild too. I mean, we last met a week ago on a regular episode of ESB, and it's wild how much stuff went down. We'll get more into that at a later time. That's a separate episode for sure.
Yep.
But it really is an exciting time of year. Outside of baseball, just in general. The work calendar starts to wind down this time of year. I'm already starting to hear, oh, we'll circle back in January, circle back in the new year. Let's wait till everyone's back from vacation. And that's music to my ears, especially because I don't have that much time off down the stretch here. I got obviously the holidays off, a day here, a day there, but I used the bulk of my time off when I got married early this year. So it's really nice, again, with work winding down, holidays. It's just such a fun time of year. I absolutely love it. Outside of the start of summer, this is my favorite time of the year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So a lot to be merry about and look forward to. Today's edition of ESB Live, which is technically our second episode of ESB Live. Our first was the trade deadline special all the way back in July. Yep. But for tonight's episode, baseball is not the topic of discussion, which is a first for us here at Empire State of Baseball. So as you mentioned before, as much as we're looking forward to talking about the latest crop of free agents and trades that have happened since that last time we went live, we're not doing that tonight. Because again, we have a more important cause that we want to bring to the attention of our baseball community, which, by the way, and since we have some time here, and a lot of today's show, there's no real script here involved. Obviously, there's some segments that we have planned for today, but going off the cup, listen, I think, Corey, you and I, since we've really started ESB all the way back in 2022, I think the goal at hand was first, hey, let's get the boys together, talk baseball. And if anybody wants to join us out of our little group, that's fantastic. If we build something from there, great. And I think over these last couple of years, we really expanded this baseball community, really built something that we can all be proud of here. And I saw this as a great opportunity to put something in front of a great group of people that come up here and show us support every single week that we put up ESB episodes, every single day that we throw up an ESB related space, whether that be a Bronx Take, Queens Boulevard, Extra Innings. You guys at home are really, the beat of the drum that keeps us going, man. So we really appreciate you guys. So even though we send our appreciation 365 days a year, this is the time of year where that kind of gets inflated by 10. So thank you all for joining us here for this episode. Without you, this is not possible. And actually, let's take a look at our chat real quick before we get into some of the fun for tonight. Jacob Petruzzi, shout out to the ESB family doing a special live stream for an amazing cause. And again, that cause contributed solely by Giving Grace Projects and Alexa, who does a great job running the organization. We're gonna have more information on how to donate and contribute towards this toy drive, which is ending in 2 days' time. Shout out to our guy, Mike Parziale. Usually when Jacob comes with a comic, Mike Pars is right there, or usually it's vice versa. Mike Pars is showing some love for this amazing cause. Shout out to Pars there. Percy the Gator, chomp, chomp, chomp.
Yeah.
We got a holiday alligator in the building.
Love it.
Shout out to you. Alana goes, nice mug. Yeah, we have very festive mugs here in this household. I don't know, Corey, if that's your thing over there. If you got
like a couple.
You got a couple?
Yeah, we got a couple. I don't got one with me because I got a ice cold beer to match my my holiday sweater. But we got a couple holiday mugs lurking around.
All right. A shout out to Susan who reposted the live stream. Again, we should be joined by either Joe or Tom or neither. And if it's neither, I'm fine with that too. And I'm sure most of chat is as well because, we love how much we love Tom and Joe around these parts. Also, I do want to throw out one of these things too before we get into more of the details of tonight's show. If you'd like to join us, I forgot to throw this out there. This is another, again, last minute we put all this stuff together. If you want to join us to send a quick holiday message to some loved ones out there, I'm going to give you guys that opportunity as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw the link to join us here. So at any point, well, maybe not during the segments, but when we have a little bit more downtime, you guys can join us here on the live. If you have a holiday message you want to send out to a loved one at home, feel free to follow that link and join us here on the show here at ESB Live. So while we're still kind of waiting for people to kind of circulate in here, I'll actually throw out the first piece of information when it comes to the toy drive. Now, for collection's sake, there are many ways to donate, but there are two ways at this point, since we're about 48 hours away from the toy drive coming to an end, to donate here. And again, special thanks to Giving Grace Projects, Alexa, for her amazing work and what she's doing here. I spoke with Alexa earlier. She should be joining us at some point during tonight's live stream, but she did mention and wanted to call out the Amazon wish list that still has plenty of options to purchase for, one of these, the lucky kid or family that's, would be looking forward to a donation like this. That link is in our chat. You can see it right here. We pulled it up here for your reference. So if you follow that link right there, takes you to the Amazon wish list. That's how you can purchase a toy for a tot. Now, also, if you don't want to go down the Amazon wish list route, another route, simple, Venmo. You can go to Venmo and you can go and send your donation over to Lex as well. So all that we're going to highlight throughout today's show. So really do appreciate that. Pars goes, not me thinking Rich is fake. Okay. And Mr. Name That Met, our guy Eddie, still hiding behind the Mr. Name That Met account for whatever reason, goes, love the sweaters. So again, if you want to join us for tonight, send out a holiday message to a loved one. You can follow the link here. But of course, the biggest thing is the donations contributing towards the toy drive. Venmo, Amazon wish list are the biggest two things right now. Yeah. All right, Corey, Favs, you know what? Let's get this fun started. On tonight's Santa's list, of course, we're going to highlight more about the Giving Grace projects later on tonight, but we're going to start things off with a fun one. We have a game here called Naughty or Nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run through 10 topics, so 10 pieces of the holiday season that people either really love or really don't like. And it's up to us to kind of place that either on the naughty or the nice list. So really simple rules here. And I'll be following the chat log here to see what's going on. Shout out to Brittany who just pulled up. What's going on, Brittany? We got Hector in the building. And Eddie goes, I'm not hiding. I don't know who that is. So thank you, Eddie, for keeping the lights on with multiple name that accounts. All right, Corey, you ready to go? We're gonna get
Let's do it, man.
Naughty or nice. Let's get this thing going. We're gonna start things off with a relatively new tradition. It's called the Elf on the Shelf, and there's the little guy there. And I've been seeing this a lot. Like, I've never partaken in this, and I would think this is more reserved, obviously, for a parent not trying to entertain a child. And if you're a kid listening at home and I just ruined that for you, just ignore what I said. I'm crazy. The Elf on the Shelf, the tradition, though, Corey, Favs, naughty or nice list, where are you putting it?
You know what? I'm with you in the sense that I never had experienced it firsthand. Maybe this is more of Tom and Joe's alley at the moment, since they are the parents of the show. Mm-hmm. So even though I didn't experience of it, I never even knew of Elf on the Shelf probably till like towards the end of college when like Instagram became big and it started to pop up randomly. Go nice just because some of the videos are hysterical. I do get a good chuckle seeing them every now and then and the kids' reactions and stuff like that. So I'm going to go nice, even though I haven't personally experienced it firsthand.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. And same deal. Never experienced it, but based on what I've seen off TikTok, looks like the parents have a lot of fun, creating these little situations that these elves come up in every single morning. So it's a really nice way to count down the holiday season there. So the elf on the shelf, I'm right there with you, Corey Favs. It's going on my nice list as well. All right, we have one that's very controversial this time of year. Very controversial. We're gonna turn it over to a Christmas film, or maybe not a Christmas film. Where do you land with Die Hard as a Christmas movie?
I'll tell you what, I'm going nice again. And because the whole movie, it circles around a Christmas party. It all takes place around Christmas party. Uh, I haven't seen the original Die Hard in a couple of years. Ironically, the last time I saw it was a couple of Christmases ago. For whatever reason, this time of year is when I always get the itch. Hey, you know what? I'm going to watch Die Hard. Just because of all the controversy around whether it is or whether it's not. So again, it's not a top tier Christmas movie in my book, but I am going to say Christmas movie. I'm going nice.
So is Dennis in our chat. Shout out to Dennis. Goes nice, baby, 100%. Yeah, I'm putting Die Hard in the nice list as well as a Christmas movie. Again, it's a big topic every single year when this comes up. You mentioned it perfectly. Christmas themes takes place on Christmas Eve. There are Christmas songs featuring it. My guys over at Rum DMC, Christmas in the Hollis. I mean, it's a badass movie. I gotta put it right there. I think there are more movies that people classify as a Christmas movie that's less of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. I have one in particular, and side rant, just because we just brought up Die Hard as a Christmas movie. One movie that I really like, but honestly, you don't get a Christmas scene until late in the movie, is Love Actually. And Love Actually, many people call it a Christmas movie. I think it's a Christmas movie too, but I think Die Hard's more Christmas than Love Actually. What the hell are we doing here?
I know. I watched Love Actually with my wife, and it's one of her favorite movies to watch this time of year. And I don't think that's I personally, I'm not even the biggest fan of Love Actually. At least I love Die Hard. I'm not the biggest Love Actually fan, but it is one of my wife's favorite movies, so it is going to be on our watch list. Even though I'll technically give it the naughty, I consider Die Hard more of a Christmas movie, and there's a lot of better Christmas movies in my opinion.
As you can tell, a lady hates Love Actually. We've tried that multiple times here. That does not work. She goes to sleep early. Shout out to Hitman in the building. What's good, ESB family? Let's go, everyone, and help those families in need. And who is the Gator? Asked Big Slick. That's a great question. We still don't know who the Gator is. I just still think it's Kev that's just trying to hit up his own likes and reposts. So I think Kev is just doing that himself. Let's get through a couple more of these, and then again we'll drop in again the information to how to donate towards Giving Grace projects. Our next one, I might as well we might as well say it's a nice listing because we're the only two here. So it's going to be the ugly Christmas sweaters. It's got to go on the nice list. It has to.
100%, 100%. Because it's fun. Love doing it. A lot of times people really come up with some crazy fun sweaters. Every time it feels like we do a Christmas party. I know it's been a couple of years since we did a really good one, but we did a little ugly sweater contest last time we did it. It really is a fun time. I don't really have quote unquote traditional ugly Christmas sweaters, which is why I'm wearing the Guinness sweat. I purposely bought this for a Christmas party a few years back. But I think it's fun. You get some good laughs out of it, good chuckle. I'm all for it.
Again, still relatively, and I'm right there with you, a relatively new tradition. It was like one of those where when it first started, it was like, that's kind of weird. And then when people started the ugly Christmas sweater parties, it actually became more of a mission, like who can actually wear the ugliest sweater. Like if you had a normal looking sweater, like that kind of sucks. Like it kind of defeats the purpose of it. The uglier, the better, right? Like this one right here, like this one's not like crazy. It's just reindeer. But I've seen ones of reindeers doing lewd acts to each other and stuff like that, and that's where things get kind of crazy. You have the snowman with the freaking carrot nose, but it's not placed on the nose; it's placed, So listen, people get nuts with the ugly Christmas sweaters.
So Barstool has a ton of cool ones too. Like you can shop their shop, and they got like the craziest type of sweaters. You name a category, they have it. It's
Yeah.
really funny. They get some good ones.
Absolutely. So ugly Christmas sweater. So we're all like everything's on the nice list right now. Like we're all looking good here. I think this is where we're going to start to turn, right? I think we're going to start to turn here. And I'm going to purposely move this up because I know we're going to turn here. All right. The Christmas season beginning on November 1st. Now, if you were
Oh,
with us on ESB a couple of weeks ago, I was getting a lot of flack for this one. Corey Favs, I know where you stand.
I am 100% putting this on the naughty list, man. You know where I stand. I say respect the turkey. In my opinion, Christmas starts Black Friday. As soon as Thanksgiving's done, that next day, I'll start putting up all the decorations. I'll start listening to the music. This is an argument between me and my wife as well because she's a November 1st person. Her family are November 1st people. I came from a house that was always December. You know, you get through Thanksgiving and then Christmas comes later. I met in the middle. I said, all right, I'll meet you in the middle. I'll go Black Friday. I think Black Friday is a perfect transition point. Basically gives you a full month. I'm going naughty list November 1st.
All right. So a lot of the chat is in love with your take just now, and they know they're gonna hate what I'm about to say. So when it comes to November 1st, I personally have not started a November 1st Christmas season. Like I just can't start playing Christmas music, after the drop of Halloween. I don't blame anybody that wants to get started on the season early because of how much of a small amount of time you have to really enjoy the season, listen to the music, take into the traditions, whatever traditions you guys do during the holiday season. For me, now I've become a middle of November, getting that out of the way, especially if Thanksgiving is late in the month, like it was this year. So Thanksgiving, we only had like a couple of days of November before we actually started hitting that December time. So for me, I'm like, yo, if I don't start early enough, I'm not getting enough Christmas season here. So I'm putting this on the nice list, but me, myself, have not started the Christmas season November 1st. I have definitely started it a little later. And let's see what the chat has got going on. Thanksgiving is the start line, according to Big Slick. Corey is right. No Thanksgiving starts it. Mike Parr's gross. Black Friday, take it or leave it. I don't even truly start Christmas music till the 15th. Put on 106.7 for the first time yesterday, going to work for those out there who are on other sides of the world. 106.7 turns into a Christmas music radio station. Delilah does a great job over there, over on the New York radio station. Alana is right there with me, not me. Clearly, see, like this is the household we live in here. We put the tree up November 15th this year. That is the truth, like right in the middle. And Eddie's right there too. It's the 15th. And Hitman goes, Thanksgiving is always late in the month. Well, not always, because sometimes if you get that Thursday with about 6 days to go, like
it's true.
I think then, okay, you have a little bit more Christmas season. The last couple of years, It's been a little late, but that's my thing. All righty, let's move forward. The next thing we got here, and then we'll take a quick little break in between. We have six more of these to go. We got eggnog. More importantly, non-alcoholic eggnog. I wanted to call that out. We're not throwing in alcohol here. We're not doing a coquito. This is straight eggnog. Straight eggnog out of the court. Corey Favs, where are you putting straight eggnog?
See, this is where I think it's a coin flip for me because if you make a good eggnog, a little rum in it, you make it nice alcoholic drink, I tend to like it. Ironically, one of our co-hosts makes my favorite eggnog. He has his mom's recipe. He makes it every year. We usually do a potluck every year. He goes ahead and makes it, and I love his eggnog. So his is one of the few exceptions to the rule. I think in general, though, I think I'm going to go naughty on this one. I think I'm going naughty on the non-alcoholic eggnog. Again, Joe's being an exception to the rule, and Joe's is also spiked, so it doesn't even fit this category. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm going naughty.
Joe's eggnog is phenomenal, by the way.
Yep.
Pause. But I am putting the non-alcoholic eggnog on the nice list. I mean, again, for me, I don't know what it is. I've always had this affliction for eggnog. I prefer it to just be plain basic eggnog right out of wherever you're pouring it from. Turkey Hill makes a good eggnog. That's the one we go with. We got to go pasteurized there. You try and get sick around here. For whatever reason, eggnog also, and it's probably not it's definitely not healthy. Because I could drink one cup and feel full for the rest of the day. So that's definitely not a good thing and not a great sell. But I love eggnog. I don't know what it is. A lot of people say, oh, it smells like perfume. I don't know why you drink that. But And look, and the chat is in agreement with Corey Favs here. Naughty list. Boo. Need Joe's recipe. Eggnog, 10 out of 10. Eggnog is Christmas. Pass on the eggnog. Coquito or nothing. We got naughty list. Coquito. Eggnog ain't it. All right. Let's take a pause here. All right. I may take one more sip of this eggnog here.
There you go. Cheers.
All right, there we go. All righty, let's take a pause. We got 5 more of these to go. And again, we're just gonna keep calling this out because at the end of the day, we're not here today without giving Grace Projects and what they're doing over there for their toy drive. The toy drive comes to an end this Thursday, and here's some of the information here up in the big screen here. As you can see, there's 2 ways. There's a few ways to donate, but these are the 2 ways that are preferred. You do have the Venmo. You can Venmo any type of donation to Lexi Tiggs, so make sure to use that Venmo. But another cool way to get really involved in here is to hit up that Amazon wish list. And I'm going to pull that wish list one more time. That's the link right there in the middle of the screen. So you find that Amazon wish list. And once again, I'll just throw it in here for safety's sake. If you're on a desktop, it'll be easier to copy and paste. If you're having issues pulling up the link, let me know on the side. I can send you a link to go over there and donate this way as well, as we are helping towards the 8th annual holiday toy drive that Giving Grace Projects has done a wonderful job in collecting this time of year for families in need to brighten up their holiday season. All right. So folks, let's get back to it. The naughty or nice list. And we're going to go to music this time. We're talking Mariah Carey. Now, this is not just All I Want for Christmas Is You. This is more the oversaturation of All I Want for Christmas Is You. Corey Favs, naughty or nice?
I'm going naughty. Naughty. And because if I'm ranking, and I know we've done this in the past a couple of times where we tried to rank, different Christmas music. And when we did the Merry Choochmas episode a long time back, I know this was discussed a bit too. Mm-hmm. I don't have this in my top 5. I don't think I have this in my top 10. I'm going naughty. I'm going naughty on the overplay of Mariah Carey.
This will be the first time we agree on a naughty. I'm right there with you. I think it's definitely up there as one of the greatest holiday songs ever. I just don't like that it's getting overplayed over a lot of great songs. And I don't know if it's in my top 5 as well. I was always big on Donny Hathaway's This Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, In Sync. Those are great songs that I think place over All I Want for Christmas Is You. But Mariah, they call her the Queen of Christmas. She gets all the plays, yada, yada, yada. So I'm putting this on the naughty list. Slick is going nice here. Alana's going nice. Mariah is the best. Don't disrespect my queen. Naughty. Shout out to Pars. Mariah Carey, naughty. I'm starting to think we're not talking about the list here. I don't know, based on this photo. But yeah, shout out to the crew. Love you guys. All right, let's move ahead to another naughty or nice. We have here. Okay, we got one that this is a classic. This is a classic holiday tradition. Making a gingerbread house. Where do you rank this, Corey?
I'll tell you what, I haven't done one in person in at least a decade. Honestly, probably more. A decade I was already out of college, so it's probably been longer than that, honestly. But I am going to hammer the nice list. I just think there's the tradition around this, especially when you're a young kid building the gingerbread house. You used to do some of those activities in school sometimes too. Absolutely hammering the nice list, even though I haven't done it firsthand in over a decade at minimum.
Tom Wospil, where are you putting Making a Gingerbread House?
Well, Rich, considering you and I did this at work last week.
We did. Yes, we did.
We did do this. This was team building. Yeah, pro gingerbread house. I think it's fun. I agree with Corey. Good for kids. Actually took an extra kit home for my kids. Yeah. Well, one kid to do. I still haven't done it, but we'll find time. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun activity. And then you get to eat it. So that's like, how many like arts and crafts do you get to eat?
No, I mean, like, if it's immediate turnaround, sure, but I can't imagine if you have a gingerbread house that's rotting in the corner of your kitchen for 2 weeks that you're going to go ahead and eat that after.
Oh no, I mean, you build it, you look at it, maybe let it sit overnight, and then the next day
Yeah, then you got to go to town.
you got to eat that thing. If
Yeah,
not,
you
you're gonna get like mice and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm on the outside looking in here. I'm putting it on the naughty list. I think it's way too much work. I'm kind of right there with Pars. I think it's an overrated experience. Maybe my thoughts of this will change the day I have a family of my own. I think there's definitely going to be, more dads who are going to incline to say, yeah, no, I'm cool with this. I am not. I don't like it. Every time I try to create something, it falls apart. Much like Empire Elephant did for me last year. So gingerbread houses for me. I'm out on that. I'm putting it on the naughty list. So let's see what the rest of the room says here. Gingerbread houses are overrated, says Big Slick. Alana goes, this is true. We did it once, never again. Yeah, it was a terrible experience for us. Nothing naughty about it. So that goes on the nice list. So shout out to my guy, Dennis. Okay, let's move along. We got another one. We have another one for you, Tom. You joined us at the halfway point here. And this is something, speaking of the office, Tom mentioned before we just had a team building activity with gingerbreads. Don't ask like that. That's what's going on at our workplace nowadays. But there is another event that happens sometimes during the workplace. It doesn't happen with me. I don't know, maybe Tom, it's happened for you, Corey Favs, but it's something along the lines, and I didn't know which one to go with here. So we got Secret Santa / White Elephant. Naughty or nice, Corey Favs?
I'm going to go nice just because, again, if you're doing it at work and you get like those $10 gifts, $15, nothing crazy, I'd rather be doing that than actual work. Again, when we do them in like a friend party, something like that, so you get some gag gifts from time to time, you get some laughs. As long as you don't take it seriously, or half the group takes it seriously and half doesn't, just going into it, having fun with it, I'm going to go nice.
I think Corey hit the nail on the head. You either all have to be serious or all have to be goofy. I hate when you bring like a good gift, whatever that might be, and then like you pick out of the pile and it's like a whoopee cushion. You're like, oh, cool. Yeah. I brought like a nice bottle of wine, or like, a $20 bottle of wine, which is nice enough for me. And like, yeah, you end up with like, oh, this is garbage. You bought this at like CVS on your lunch break. But if everyone's doing that, then that's cool. I prefer actually more of the Secret Santa where you pick someone, so that way, like, and then you kind of like buy them something that they would like. I think I prefer that to like the White Elephant kind of pick out of the center thing.
Now, I like this take here. White Elephant over Secret Santa. Again, I didn't know which one to choose between the two, so I just said slash it. I do agree with this, though, the White Elephant over the Secret Santa. Now, I'm going to put it on the nice list, and thanks, John Hernandez, for that comment. I'm putting it on a nice list only if whoever's in charge of leading this exercise is actually committed to the role. Like Tom said before, there's got to be open communication on whether if you're doing the White Elephant or Secret Santa, it really doesn't matter at that point. If it's going to be gag gifts or it's going to be serious gifts. We once had a kid walk away with a blow-up doll. It was like the first gift, and our first Secret Santa ruined everything. White Elephants get ruined if everybody brings a Bluetooth speaker, So like there's got to be a rule set. As long as there's a rule set and somebody that leads the charge the right way, I'm putting this on the nice list. And we have the full 4 of our founding fathers, or should I say 5? Because Joe Pugliese just joined us. Little Teddy, a little cute Santa hat on.
Hello.
Hello. Joe, you're right into I'm going to throw you right in the conversation. Where are you putting the Secret Santa / White Elephant? Is it naughty or nice?
I like it. It's nice. You know why? Because instead of buying 10 people gifts, you only have to buy one person a gift. And at the end of the day, it's a lot easier and a lot simpler when you have a big group of people. Like Chrissy's cousins, we do a Secret Santa every year, and when you have a big group of cousins and you got to buy 10 gifts, it's a pain in the butt. But when you only have to buy one a gift because you're in the Secret Santa with them, it's a lot easier. So I'm in on the Secret Santa. It makes my life easier and cheaper.
All right, so we got a little bit of a split. I'm right there with you there, Joseph. We got a split here in the chat. We got nice here from Hitman. I don't know if this was for this one. I believe so. Naughty. Alana goes, that one year everyone got a waffle maker. Yo, I got like 3 waffle makers out of White Elephants and Secret Santas. It's actually unbelievable. It's a good gesture. Nice, says Dennis here. And Eddie, he's fat like Santa. At least that's just awful. You're just mean as hell, man. Damn it, Eddie. All right, let's move forward. We got a couple more of these to go in our naughty or nice. Actually, just look, 2 more. Here we go. Here's one for you. A tradition that TBS started a long time ago, and for whatever reason, still going on today. 24 hours of A Christmas Story on TBS. Joe, let me start with you this time around, and we'll work our way up.
This is naughty. I mean, if this movie, okay, I watched this movie once a Christmas just because it's a fine Christmas movie. The idea that this movie deserves 24 hours straight of anything is just insane. The movie's kind of boring, and like I said, it's one of those movies you watch once, you're good for the holiday season. It's like turkey. I eat it once a year and I'm good. It's the same thing. The idea, the Yule logs you need 24 hours of because it can listen to Christmas music all day until I throw up.
Yeah.
I can't watch
100%.
this movie multiple times on Christmas. I'd be asleep by the second showing. So it's just an overrated movie. There's so many better movies. I could think of at least 4 or 5. You know what? 24 hours of Christmas Vacation. I'll sit there for 24 hours and watch Christmas Vacation over and over again. I will not watch that. I will not do the same with The Christmas Story.
Tom, where you at with this one?
I'm out on A Christmas Story. I've never gotten it. I don't like it. But I will say I like that this thing still exists. I like that TBS still plays it 24 hours as we lose a lot of traditions. I think this is a fun thing that hey, we still do this. We're still going to put this movie on for 24 hours because that's what, Christmas is. And so I like that it exists. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with both of them. Like Tom, I'm a traditionalist. I respect tradition, but just like Joe said, I have no interest in watching this movie more than once. I don't even have to watch it once in a Christmas season. It's not on my top 5. I don't know if it's in my top 10 either for Christmas movies. So I'm going to say naughty, but to echo Tom's point, I do at least respect the tradition, even though I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna complete the quartet here with being on the naughty list. Not that I have an issue with A Christmas Story, I just have an issue with why that movie. Why doesn't TBS change it year after year? Joe mentioned A Christmas Vacation.
That's the movie. That's the movie that they've been doing it forever. So it's the tradition that it's on.
But what kind of rating? What Nielsen ratings are they pulling at this point? That my God, I gotta be there for the 4 o'clock edition of it.
It's on Christmas Eve though. It's
day.
It's not. It's on. It's just kind of on in the background for people. And I know, I have family members who do make sure to watch it. Oh, it's on. I know it's going to be on at some point, and they will watch it. But it's also a day that, other than I know we've put a lot of NBA and now NFL on Christmas. It's not a day you're sitting around watching TV or on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. So it's hey, it's what else are you gonna put on? You could have Seinfeld.
Joe mentioned the U-log. I mean, they got on. You go to Netflix nowadays. They got 17 different U-logs that are characterized by the affiliated show. What?
Need the original? Where's the original U-log on? It's is it Channel 11? That's the OG Yule log, at least in New York. That's the OG Pix 11 Yule log. That's the OG one.
So there you go, folks.
Right?
If you still have cable, if YouTube TV hasn't scrapped that as a channel yet, go over to Pix 11. Go check out the original Yule log there. Shout out to the chat here. Alana goes nice. I love A Christmas Story, but so much. Poor Alana's in an island on her own here. Hitman, naughty because I despise this movie. John goes, naughty. It's an overrated movie that doesn't need 24 hours to play. It's got to be some bigwig at TBS's favorite movie, and he just can't let it go. Oh, man. Oh, no, actually, I want to pull this one up here. Don't worry. We'll get to this a little bit later if Joe's still with us on Joe and his love for Elf. And yes, make sure, again, we're gonna continue to throw up the graphic here, the Amazon wish list and all. If you haven't donated already, Giving Grace Projects, and also give them a follow on Instagram too. They're not on Twitter. I know a lot of you folks are big in the Yankees, Mets, Twitter, Queens baseball. Go to Instagram. If you have an Instagram, go to Instagram and give Giving Grace Projects a follow on the gram. Again, I'm gonna have more details throughout today's show on how to donate with 48 hours left to go of the toy drive. All righty, final one, guys. We've made it. The final naughty or nice. Snowfall on Christmas Day. Corey Favs, are you dreaming of a white Christmas?
I am dreaming of a white Christmas, and something we almost rarely ever get. I don't want a blizzard on Christmas, don't get me wrong, but something about flurries. Give me a trace of snow, give me an inch of snow. I just think it makes it a perfect picturesque moment. Again, not looking for a blizzard or anything like that, because that might ruin plans. But it's a shame. We just don't get, at least in the Northeast over here where we live in the tri-state area and New York City area, we just don't get that snow anymore. We did get a pretty big snowfall this past weekend, more than we were expecting. I hope, out of nowhere. I hope there's a little bit of white that lingers into next week for Christmas. It's supposed to hit the 50s a couple of days later this week, so most of it will melt. I think there'll be some.
That's going to be gone, Corey. It's going to rain. Yeah, it's going to be gone. I'll say this. I stay in town for Christmas Day. I just go like 3 minutes away, so I'm pro white Christmas. If I had to drive any real distance, I would be anti.
I'm pro white Christmas. I'm hosting Christmas Day, and for all I care, it can snow cats and dogs because it's not going to be my problem.
This thing could have just said snowfall, and I'm putting it on a naughty list. I've really grown. Maybe I'm just a Grinch around this time. I've really grown to hate snowfall. I hate snow. It's disgusting, especially after a day. Sure, Alex wants to put this out here. I just dox Hitman though, but his name is just right there. Nice while falling, naughty when it sticks. I tend to agree there, but again, it's our luck. It is always going to stick. So I'm putting it on the naughty list. Snowfall, no matter what day it is, especially Christmas Day, especially if it's a day that there is travel. Like Tom mentioned before, if you got a tradition where you have to cross a bridge and there's snow on, like screw that. Like I'm staying home. But that's it. That is the naughty or nice. So we're gonna move forward from there. And Joe, I'm glad you're here because usually this is your spot. So I'll let you go talk about that YouTube. What's the latest and greatest?
Yes, you can join us live on Instagram and X, but YouTube is our preferred platform. Why? We can interact with you, the chat. Are you okay? Chat here on the show, so we can bring up your comments, bring up any questions you might have. Are you all right? Okay. And so on and so forth. So you can join our over 500. What are we at? 580 subscribers, Rich? Or am I over?
I wish we're about 40 away from that. And poor Teddy is coughing up a storm. 540 though. Yep. We're making our ways, and then our next subscriber giveaway will be all the way when we hit 750, which will be in 2037. So we'll see you then. All righty, like that's our YouTube. So make sure to give us a subscribe. Thank you very much. And of course, one of the 3 platforms for today's toy drive. Of course, if you're joining us on X or Instagram, really do appreciate it as well. But you come over to YouTube, you get the full experience. So come on over to YouTube and do that damn thing. All right. So like I promise, we're gonna get more into the details of giving grace projects. The toy drive donation deadline is this Thursday. And just to throw up the details one more time. Again, there are a few ways to donate at this point. The ones that we really do want to push is the Amazon wish list, which we're going to put right again in the chat for your reference there, folks. And of course, if you don't want to go down the Amazon wish list route, you can Venmo as well. So either of these donations are more than acceptable. I will say with the Amazon wish list thing, guys, like I was not really like the biggest like Amazon guy, like when it came down to it. And then I discovered like the wish list like not too long ago. It's actually relatively easy. In fact, we could do a quick little tutorial because we have a little bit of time. So for those that are trying to access that Amazon wish list, let's see how we can share a screen because we forgot how to do that now. Just to go down the Amazon wish list route, if you want to donate in that way, all you have to do is find that link, you plug it in there, and then you scroll down this list and they show you all the unpurchased items that are still available that you can donate to a kitty this time of year and really cheer up their holiday season. So they have a bunch of these great items here. So if you do that, you go over to the Amazon wish list, click on one of those items. And that is definitely at this point a preferred way to get your donations in for this amazing toy drive. Again, thanks to the great folks. Alexa, you're amazing. Jonathan, you're amazing for putting this thing together with the Giving Grace projects. Again, the Amazon wish list will keep blasting the chat with that. You can Venmo as well. And the donation deadline is this Thursday, December the 18th. All right, folks. Let's take a look at our chat, see what's going on in there. Shout out to everybody in here. We got 106 people in the building. Thank you very much. John goes, my basement is currently a toy store. I would love to get a photo to see what John's got going on right there. We'll put it up here in the chat. No snow in Florida, just saying. Elf is a top 5 Christmas movie. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. Shout out to Teddy, of course. A lot of love for Teddy in the building. All right. Today was not probably going to be the longest of shows. Usually we go an hour plus on ESB, but here with ESB Live, we are going to end things off with a bracket. And typically we save our ESB brackets for the March Madness, and we have a lot of fun there. But we have a quick 8-seed bracket based on Christmas movies. But I didn't want to get crazy. I didn't want to open this up to every Christmas film of all time. So we're going to go just contemporary films in our Jingle Bell bracket to end today's ESB Live. 8 movies from 1990 to today. And we're going to start things off. And here's the thing. This is where we're going to need you, chat. We got 2 people here. Unfortunately, Teddy's too young to vote, and he's never seen any of these movies. So if there is a 2-2 tie, we go to the chat. Whichever has the most amount of votes wins and moves on to the next round. All righty, we're ready to do this thing. Corey, Joe, Tom, in that order. Here we go. We're going to start things off with 1990's Home Alone. There's all Macaulay Culkin. But then we got 4 Christmases for 2008. So this is our oldest entry versus, I believe, what's going to be our newest entry in this bracket. Corey, Favs, what do you got?
Absolutely no contest. I'm hammering Home Alone in this one. Actually, just watched it last night. That's one of my top 3 must watch each year. Home Alone.
Yeah, Joe? Yeah, Home Alone. Not even close. You know, and a lot of people love or hate 4 Christmases. I don't mind it, but it's not in the level. 4 Christmases is an extremely non pay attention watch when it's on, whereas Home Alone is a must watch every time it's on.
Absolutely.
Tom? Yeah, thanks for coming 4 Christmases, but it's Home Alone. Yeah,
4 Christmases is a nice movie, but yeah, absolutely Home Alone. And there's not a single person in the chat here that is pro 4 Christmases here. A lot of throwing in some love for Home Alone too. I was kind of back and forth on throwing sequels in here, but I didn't want to get messy with the sequels, so only the first Home Alone is in the bracket. Although there's an argument that Home Alone 2 might be better, but Home Alone 1, the original, is in this bracket, and they are moving on. Our next one, this is a tough one, folks, in this first round. We got Jingle All the Way. Guy Schwarzenegger there. Put that cookie down. And then we got the Santa Claus. 1994 is the Santa Claus. Tough first round matchup. Tom, let's start with you and work our way up.
I'm going to go Jingle All the Way here. Definitely, I liked it more as a kid. I think as an adult, I enjoy that more than the Santa Claus.
Oh no, it's got to be the Santa Claus. I mean, that's the quintessential. It is up there in my opinion as one of the best Christmas movies. It's wholesome, it's genuine. It's about Santa. There's nothing more Christmas than that. Jingle All the Way has great moments, but the Santa Claus is priceless.
I'll tell you what, I got to go Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way, again, is in my top 3 core, absolutely must watch each and every Christmas season. The Santa Claus is actually in my top 5. So this is a very tough matchup. Jingle All the Way is absolute classic. The one-liners in there still makes me laugh to this day. Loved it as a kid, and honestly, watching the one-liners and some of the cringiness now, I appreciate it more as an adult, even though I enjoyed it more as a kid. Jingle All the Way.
It looks like the chat is up for a tie here, but I'm gonna make this easy on everybody. I'm also going Jingle All the Way as well. Just all the quotes in that movie, man. Like, just put that cookie down. Like the banter between the two fathers, just the adventure that Schwarzenegger goes on. And I gotta throw out my wrestling out there. The fact that Big Show's in the movie too. I gotta shout out my guy Paul White. So I'm going Jingle All the Way. The chat here, and we're gonna introduce some some new commenters here. Joey Bag of Donuts in the building says Santa Claus, no question. John, jingle all the way 2 times over. Oh, there's Alexa right there. Jingle all the way. Vote from Alexa. And again, Alexa, thank you so much for doing what you're doing with Giving Grace Projects. The organization is amazing, and I really hope we're able to add a few more donations to that toy chest that John was mentioning before in the basement. So shout out to Alexa for all your great work. And we got Sierra, ESB own Sierra in the building as well. Let's go Teddy. Shout out to Teddy. Everybody loves Teddy. No matter what you love about these movies, if you love these movies, you love Teddy. That's the biggest thing. All right, ready. We're going to move on to the next set here. We got 4 more movies to look at. Our next movie, we got Bad Santa, 2003's Bad Santa. We stay in the same year, great year for Christmas movies. Not if you're Joe Pugliese, because the other movie is going to be Elf. So Elf or Bad Santa. Joe, take the floor.
This is a miserable category because I don't think either movie is that great. But it can't be Elf. Elf, it's a dumb movie. It was dumb when it was made. It's not funny. It's
Joe. I agree with you. I don't think Elf is that good.
Wow, Tom.
I love Will Ferrell. I love Will Ferrell movies. They are some of my favorite comedies of all time. I don't. I'm gonna vote it. I'm gonna vote Elf here, but
Okay.
it doesn't do it for me. I don't think it's that funny. I mean, if you talk about like how the level, the bar of what a Will Ferrell movie is, like Elf is not even near that.
The Santa Claus got eliminated. The Santa Claus is better than Elf.
I would have voted the Santa Claus over Elf.
Corey Favs, what do you got here?
Yeah, coming off the hardest matchup before, now we're in the worst matchup. This is a rough one. Again, I don't think Elf's a bad movie. I do think it's overhyped. By no means a bad movie, in my opinion, just not worth all the hype. But I am going to give Elf the nod here over Bad Santa. It's just the better movie overall.
Listen, I love Billy Bob Thornton and Bernie Mac in Bad Santa, man. This is such a funny movie, but you got to go Elf. Elf can't be a first round knockout here. So even though Tom threw out a reluctant vote, so that's not good news for Elf moving forward in the round. We can't knock out Elf first round. Joe might, and Joe is receiving these opposite thumbs up in our chat here. So shout out to Joe. All right, Elf moves on. All right, our last matchup here in the first round, and this again another tough one. We got the Polar Express, the 2004 Polar Express. Josh Groban on those soundtrack vocals, and then we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas. What are we going with? That's a tough one here, Corey Favs.
Yeah, listen, for me, it's a clear cut. A lot of people put Polar Express in a top tier movie list of all time, and I think they're drinking too much eggnog. I mean, it's a good movie, but I'm not putting it in a top tier Christmas movie. The Grinch Stole Christmas is a classic. I mean, the Grinch as a Christmas character is in a top tier of Christmas characters. I'm going to go with the Grinch Stole Christmas for my vote here.
Yeah, my problem is it's not the right Grinch. The Jim Carrey Grinch is such an overrated movie. It's not as good as the cartoon. It's more ridiculous.
It wouldn't even qualify. Your animated movie.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's 90s and above, bro.
Express is more original. It's got better acting. It's less goofy and just nonsensical that the Grinch added to an absolutely phenomenal cartoon. It's the Polar Express the whole way. If it was the other Grinch, we'd have a different conversation, but it's not. It's the Jim Carrey Grinch, and I can't stand him, so I'm going with the Polar Express.
How can a human being have this many bad takes tonight? Tom, go ahead.
I'm also not a huge fan of the Grinch remake. The original cartoon, very much superior. I think we all would agree to that. I will vote it through here over Polar Express, but but it doesn't even compare to the original Grinch.
Yeah, I'm putting the Grinch through as well here. And I think you guys are wild. It is the best Grinch movie. I mean, what Jim Carrey did for that role was awesome. Probably should have been nominated for an Oscar if you're really going to ask me that. John asked Joe, I got the wrong chat. Joe, how was your childhood? I don't know. I think Joe's just mad that Christmas Vacation couldn't qualify for this.
I love the Grinch. I just not Jim Carrey's Grinch. I like the original Grinch.
Greg asked, the animated movie has better acting?
It's less nonsense with the actual Grinch. They got him shaven as a little kid and the hitting on the
but it creates. You've never heard of a villain arc, Joe? Come on, that's how you create a villain. The kid was bullied and he's shaved and his face looked like whatever. He put his foot in front of his face and he got bullied out of class. Man, that's how you created a villain. What's wrong with you?
The origin story we didn't need.
All right, let's get to the semifinals here. Shout out to the chat. We got 122 in the building. Let's go to the semifinals. A tough start to the semifinals. We got Home Alone or Jingle All the Way. Corey, back to you.
Oh. Now, this is, in my opinion, this is the championship matchup. It's just how the seeding worked. That it's a semifinal matchup. Both of these are in my top 2 Christmas movies of all time. Number 1 would be Christmas Vacation, obviously not in the bracket from a timing standpoint. But I do have a clear-cut 1, 2, 3. So I have to vote my number 2 all-time to move on. My number 2 all-time, it has to be Home Alone. Again, Jingle All the Way, phenomenal. I love the laughs. When I was 8 years old, I would have voted Jingle All the Way over Home Alone. But Home Alone is the better movie. It's going in there for my vote.
I hope I don't get a deciding vote here, so I'm gonna skip down to Joe. Go ahead.
I mean, it's Home Alone, and it's Home Alone by a mile. No disrespect, Corey. It's Home Alone by a mile. Home Alone is just a perfect. It's a great representation of Christmas. It's wholesome, and at the end of the day, the main character is a kid. And it's not Schwarzenegger, it's a kid, and that's part of the Christmas spirit. It's Home Alone by a mile. It'd be Home Alone, be Home Alone 2. I don't want to hear anything other than that.
Tom,
listen, you could have made this all Christmas movies of all time. You could have also given me all Christmas movies in the future that haven't even been made yet. Home Alone is number 1. It will always be the number 1 Christmas movie. I don't care what else nothing could come out that could top the original Home Alone. And again, nothing previous, in my opinion, tops the original Home Alone. Home Alone is going to move on here.
You know, I was scared that we wouldn't have like an odd number of folks voting here on the live stream. And luckily, the greatest, the 5th person that votes is you at home. But we haven't had to get there. And we're still not going to get there yet because I'm also with you. I'm with Joe and Tom. I'm going Home Alone as well into the finals. Again, there's that argument. And Corey has the family show. There's an argument there that, again, 2 might even be better than 1. And so it was a hard time for me to even just put just only one of these movies in here.
I don't think 2's bad. I mean, you can't say 2 is better than 1. 2 just is the same movie, just in a different city.
Well,
and this was
it's less original. I love 2. I love 2, but it's not better than 1.
The first one, the kid's defending his home. It's kind of cute. The second one, he goes borderline Jigsaw, lures 2 strangers into a strange home and proceeds to torture them for 45 minutes. There's a little, you go a little bit, you know what? I akin it to Major League 1 and 2. I think it's the exact same argument. 2 is far more ridiculous than 1, but 1 is still the better movie.
This kid,
I agree.
I agree. I agree with that, but I just think 1 is obviously you couldn't have 2 without 1, but it's like 1 is definitely superior. I do love the basic Looney Tunes that it turns into a number 2. Especially when was it Daniel Stearns, right? They turn into an actual skeleton. It's chef's kiss.
Great stuff. Home Alone into the finals. A couple of your comments here. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Rich knew what he was doing here. Elf is easy get. I don't know. Listen, I just draw all these names out of a Santa hat. They just came out randomly. I had nothing to do with this, okay? Chat won't be denied for Elf. Lex goes Turbo Man versus the Sticky Bandits. I mean, that was a tough one. And I like what Corey mentioned before. This could have been a finals. And it would have been a great finals there.
Turbo Man versus the Wet Bandits. Sticky Bandits is 2.
Well, sure. The Wet Bandits / the Sticky Bandits. So shout out to the guys there. All righty. Let's get into the final. Well, the semifinal that's going to meet Home Alone in the finals. Another tough 2 here, fellas. We got Elf. And we got the Grinch. Joe is going to have a heart attack voting for one of these 2 to go in. So, Joe, let's start with you.
I skip over both instantly when they're on. I don't watch them. I don't find them entertaining. I don't find either one particularly funny. I'm going to go with Elf because it's based on source material that's actually really good. It's just not Elf, Grinch. I'm going to go with the Grinch because it's based on source material that's good. So I got to give a little credit to the writing of the fact that the Grinch is a wholesome story at the end and has a Christmas lesson. Elf is just stupid nonsense. Let's put a stupid guy, let him loose in New York around Christmas time, which is a hellhole, by the way, at Christmas time. I don't know if any of you have been in New York at Christmas time.
It's a hellhole 365. What are you talking about?
It sucks.
Joe, you were just saying how much you love Home Alone 2, which takes place in the same city.
Yes, but he tortures them and they get attacked by pigeons. That's more realistic than what goes on in Elf. Have you been in Macy's? Have you been in Macy's in Manhattan at Christmas time? It's a shithole dump. The only thing nice are the windows. That's it. And usually there's a vagrant pissing on them.
Drive for children. Joseph, take it.
I'm going with the Grinch, and I hate that too. With the
Grinch. Tom, what are you going with?
Yeah, I also don't really like both of these movies. I will go with Elf. I think Elf does have funny moments. I just think, again, it is so far down on Will Ferrell's list. I think if Elf didn't have Will Ferrell and it was just someone else doing the exact same thing, I'd like it more. I feel like what could have been when I watch Elf. I still will vote for it, but yeah, I mean, I don't think it's great.
Corey, I'm so curious how this is going to go.
Yeah, I'm going Grinch. Again, I just think it comes down to the Grinch being more of an iconic Christmas character, and like Joe mentioned it, during his.
Oh, might have lost Corey's audio. Did we lose Corey's audio? I think we lost Corey's audio for a second there. Yeah, we lost you there, Corey, but we did get the vote. And while Corey is figuring out his volume there for a second, I will say this. Chat, you've been great with your comments, and now it's your time to shine. I'm going with Elf, so it is a 2-2 tie that goes to the chat.
No, didn't Tom go Grinch?
Tom went Elf.
No, I went Elf.
Tom went Elf. Pay attention, buddy. Let's go to the chat. So, chat, let's hear it. Elf or Grinch, you are the 5th vote. So let's find out who's going to the finals and making Joe a sad puppy. Alana's got the Grinch, so vote for the Grinch. We got another vote for the Grinch from Sierra. We got a vote for Elf, so 2-1. Sierra already got your vote. Grinch, all right, we got the Grinch. Grinch going, oh, we got another one for Elf. So we have 2 Elf, 2 for Grinch. The next one is going, oh, it's the
Connors!
James
Let's
Connors
go!
out of nowhere with the
I'm
Grinch.
shocked.
So the Grinch is moving on. The Grinch is moving on to the finals. I feel like one of our March Madness brackets. That was crazy. Oh, my God.
The Grinch has moved on to the slaughterhouse, I think is what we're about to learn.
Yeah, the Grinch moved into a buzzsaw.
Macaulay Culkin's about to shave this freak and wear him around like a robe.
This guy. All right, so it's the Grinch or Home Alone. Is there anybody in here who's not voting Home Alone?
Any one of you son of a bitches votes for the Grinch, I'm going to personally escort you to the gates of hell.
No, listen, I mean, this is a March Madness final where you got a 2 seed overall battling a double-digit seed that had an absolute Cinderella story. But the pumpkin carriage ain't coming tonight. It's Home Alone winning it.
It's Home Alone,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And I don't know if this would have changed if Elf was on the other side either. Home Alone is the greatest Christmas film since the 90s. But I'll ask you guys real quick while we still have a little bit of time here. Outside, it could be Home Alone, but do you guys have a favorite all-time Christmas film?
Christmas
Home Alone.
Vacation.
It's Christmas. I'm with
It's
Joe.
Christmas Vacation.
It's
top
Home Alone
three-
for me.
Yeah, it's Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, Jingle All the Way. That's my top 3.
I'd say Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, and the Santa Claus. I'd probably be my top 3.
I would say Home Alone. I would then say Rudolph, the 1964 Rudolph. Big fan of that. And then, honestly, it might be like the original Grinch.
See, and the good thing about those original
the animated acting is so great. Yeah.
The good thing about those original like cartoon movies, like they're a half hour.
Oh, the original Grinch, I watched it over the weekend. It's like 20 minutes. Rudolph's like 45 minutes. There's a lot more that happens in Rudolph. But yeah, Home Alone is still. Home Alone might be one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I love Home Alone.
I'll go with the Charlie Brown Christmas actually in my third spot.
Charlie Brown Christmas is great. I'll say my top 3: Home Alone, Jingle All the Way. So that was a tough matchup for those two. And Christmas Vacation, really, I actually watched Christmas Vacation for the first time 2 years ago. Absolutely love it. So that's become an instant watch for this time of year. So that is my top 3. But of course, Christmas Vacation was not featured in here because it's a 1980s movie and we were doing contemporary films.
It's
So
hilarious.
that's it, though. Home Alone is the winner of our Jingle Bell bracket, and that right there, we can start closing out Empire State of Baseball Live, the holiday toy drive, which I'm hoping and I know is going to be a tradition here. Corey, you made mention earlier that this was kind of a spin on the old Merry Choochmas pods, and we brought a little bit of that, but to bring a baseball community together, especially over these last couple of years. I mean, for the folks that are in here that remember the Twitch days of having less than 10 people and just shooting the shit over baseball with the guys, that's how things started, and in essence, that's what it still is. But then being introduced to this great baseball community that here has helped brought this to, as I'm seeing on the left side of my screen here, 126 people together. Just, not even on a baseball show, just to ring in the holiday season and donate towards a great cause. Again, you at home, thank you so much. Alexa, John, again, what y'all doing at Giving Grace Projects is fantastic. Thank you so much for the efforts that you guys have committed into the community. And again, folks, while this drive is still going on, ends on December 18th, that is just about 48 hours away. Get your donations in. There are 2 ways right now that we would like to push on to you guys to donate. Yes, you can go down the Venmo route with like some pigs there, but we love for you to try to donate via the Amazon wish list. There are so many great gifts out there that you can send to a child, make their season merry and bright this time of year. So again, you can follow the Amazon wish list, which we'll throw in the chat once again. If you guys are having a hard time picking up the link in the chat, especially if you're on a mobile device, let me know. I can also I can DM you the link as well to access the Amazon wish list. So make sure to do the right thing by a family in need this time of year. So again, shout out to Alexa and John. Great work, you guys, with Giving Grace Projects, and we wish you nothing but the best. And of course, we're obviously here to help support an amazing nonprofit organization in Giving Grace Projects. But that's it, folks. Again, first non-baseball show here in Empire State of Baseball. I think it went over pretty well. So we're going to send it around the room to the fellas since this is going to be one of our last shows. I know we obviously have a Bronx Take every Monday, so we have one more show before we get to the Christmas holiday. But while we have the ongoing holiday season, we'll start with Tom, then Joe and Corey to wrap this thing up. Any holiday message that you want to send to your loved ones? Thank yous. Take the floor, Tom. Go right on ahead.
Yeah, I would just say, stay safe out there. Obviously, there's a lot going on this time of year. Make sure you're showing appreciation to family member, friends, and stuff like that. This is a great event that Rich, you worked on getting set up here, and I think as best as you can and afford to give back to things like this. In a time of year where a lot of people, there's a lot of, you're receiving gifts, that kind of stuff is a well use of your time and effort and all that sort of stuff.
Joe.
Yeah. Listen, don't forget to donate. The toy drive is really great cause. It really gives us a chance to help those less fortunate than us. I'm just excited to have first Christmas with my baby boy and my family for the first time. So it's going to be a special one, and hopefully everybody has an equally as special Christmas.
Corey?
Yeah, just want to echo the same. Hope everyone has a great holiday season. Christmas, it's scary to believe it's Christmas Eve is a week from tomorrow. I got a ton of gifts I still have to buy. I didn't buy my wife anything yet. It's December 16th, so I got to get on that. But it's so easy to give a donation. I just did it right now through Venmo. Rich, you have the Amazon wish list right up there. Please go ahead and support. As John and Lex mentioned in the chat, any little bit helps, and I want to make some kids happy this holiday season.
Of course, absolutely. Anything helps for real. Thank you all. That's John. Alexa, thank you so much for putting this together, including giving Gary's projects with ESB. No, thank you, Alexa. Again, wonderful organization you got going on here through 8 years of toy drives. And hopefully it's, we're here 10 years from now, 25 years from now, 50 years from now, continuing to send the same message this time around the holiday season. Again, thank you all very much for joining and have a very happy holiday season. No matter what holiday you are celebrating this December, we really do appreciate y'all joining. 120 people in the building on a show that we weren't even talking about baseball. Thank you all so much. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a very happy holiday season. And have a very, very happy New Year. We'll see you in about a couple weeks' time on our next episode of Empire State of Baseball on December the 29th. Take care, y'all.